Hey everyone, it's Brett from Hope to Prosper, and I'm here in Lone Pine. That's Mount Whitney behind me. Can't see because of the clouds. Getting ready to pheasant hunt with my brothers. Getting ready to have a good time, and thanks for coming along. I'll let you know what I have on my mind. Today, I want to talk about my 2-year retirement anniversary. Yep, this is the day. 2 years ago today, exactly, my job ended. I didn't really know that I was getting laid off at the time. Or I'm sorry, I didn't really know that I wasn't going to retire at the time. I knew I was laid off. But I hadn't yet decided I was going to retire. That came a little later. By the way, first I just want to say that when I went hunting, I saw 395 Junkie. He's another YouTuber. And saw him there and got to meet him. Daniel and his buddy Mike, and had a good time hunting. He was at the same club as us. If you haven't seen 395 Junkie's channel, he's got a great YouTube channel for overlanding. Highly recommend it. Okay, so anyways, I didn't know that I was going to retire at the time. I was still actually looking for a job. I mean, job ended. I just ended up in the middle of nowhere, just kind of wondering what the heck I was going to do. So even though this is the exact date that I actually retired, I didn't really know I was going to retire for about a couple months later. That came when I, one day I just was looking for a job and I realized I didn't want a job and I didn't want another job and I just decided to retire. That came about 2 months later. But anyways, a couple things I wanted to say about it. First of all, man, where did the time go? This 2 years just flew by. I've had a great time, don't get me wrong. That's probably one of the reasons it's gone so fast. I don't just sit around watching TV all day. I've been on a lot of adventures, but man, it's gone fast. But anyways, so when I started out, I was kind of more unemployed than retired. But I just figured out I wasn't going back to work. And I had that the moment of clarity where I just realized that I didn't want to do it anymore. And thankfully, I was in a position where I could afford to do that. Most people aren't. So anyways, let's just talk about what I've learned in the past 2 years. Let's start with number one, planning is everything. Okay, so as I said earlier, I retired without a plan. I didn't even know I was going to retire, to be honest. My plan was to get another job. And then when I said, all right, I'm done with working, I didn't right away jump into action and start a retirement plan. You know, I had some money in the bank that I got from my severance, and I was just cruising along on it. And then I was freaking out, kind of thinking, man, what am I going to do? How long am I going to be able to afford to do this? And once I created a plan, man, just everything settled down for me, and everything just became so much more relaxed. Once I realized I could do this forever, and I ran all the numbers in my plan through Monte Carlo simulations and all that, and I knew how much income I was going to get and how much my insurance was going to cost. Everything just fell into place. So if you are thinking of retiring, even if you're 4 or 5, 10 years out, run your numbers. Think about a plan. There's a thing called ficalc.app, and you can put all your numbers into it and check it, test it, and then you'll have a lot more confidence. So check the feasibility of your plan, and it will put your mind at ease. And even if you're years out, you might figure out how much income you're going to get, how long it will take, when you could retire. Anyways, and also don't worry about having a perfect plan. No plan is perfect. It's going to change. It's going to adapt, right? In my personal opinion, 2 years in now, flexibility is more important in your plan than perfection. The market will change, things will happen, crashes, you'll have setbacks, illnesses, whatever. Just be flexible, and then keep in mind everything's going to change, right? So don't create a rigid plan. Create something that's flexible and based on your likes, your wants, your needs. So that brings us up to the next point. Every retirement is different. I spent a lot of time last week with my friends. I went a Wednesday with my buddy John, and we went on a hike. And then Thursday, I hung out with my other 2 retirement buddies, Jeff and John, and we just sat back and talked. And what I was starting to figure out is all our retirements are really different. Some people want to travel and venture like I do. Some people want to stay home and relax. And then a number of my friends are taking care of loved ones, and so that's affecting their retirement. But, they're happy to be doing that, happy to have the time to do that and the money. And no matter what anybody tells you, stay true to your own vision of your own retirement. Think about it. Create a vision for your retirement and then stay true to that. It's your retirement. Do what you want. Don't let others influence you. Listen to everybody, but don't let others browbeat you into like living their retirement or meeting their goals or doing what they're doing. It's not like that. Pick your own retirement. It's your life. You enjoy it. Next thing, time speeds up. Man, I can't believe it's been 2 years. And even though the days are long sometimes, man, the weeks and years go by fast. So I'm pretty busy every day. Even when I don't accomplish much, Steve over Steve's Retirement Corner, he calls it a 0 day. Sometimes I have a 0 day. But I'm still busy. Like I still have a lot going on, which is crazy. I'm literally last week I met people Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to hang out for breakfast. So it's pretty crazy. And that's not even counting what I do with my wife and my family. So even though you're busy, time starts flying by. And another thing is really weird about time is it's really easy to push things off. You think, I got all this time. I could do this next week or I could do this tomorrow. And it's true, but also you have to watch for that because all of a sudden, the next thing you know, it's been a couple months and you haven't done that thing you're supposed to do. So let's talk about the last thing. Life is good. I can't even tell you how much I enjoy my retirement. Man, I love it so much. The freedom, the flexibility, all the adventure. We're going on a big adventure this week. Actually, tomorrow, we're headed to Death Valley. So all these things I'm able to do wouldn't have happened if I wasn't retired. I'd literally be sitting in a desk and watching my life go by while I'm stuck at work. And I did that for 40 years. Now that's done. Retirement's good. Life is good. If that's something that I can't overstate how awesome retirement can be. And I can't understand how some people get bored. I guess I can. Some people just probably don't do anything. They don't have any goals. They don't have any vision or they don't have any plan. But I don't get bored. I never get bored. I never sit around at my desk here going, man, I wish I wasn't here. Like when I was at work. So anyways, and one more thing about retirement, you could change course at any time, If my interests change and I get bored of travel, I'll find something else fun to do. I'll do education or volunteering or something else. Heck, I might do that in addition to. But for right now, my focus is on travel and enjoying my life as much as possible. All right, so let's wrap this up. Let's keep it short. The bottom line is the past 2 years have been a wonderful blessing in my life. I can't even imagine having worked the past 2 years and watched my precious time slip away from sitting in a desk while I was sitting in a desk. I did that too much, to be honest. And my advice to anyone is get out and get retired as soon as it's economically possible. Yes, you could always go one more year. You could always make more money. You could always put more away and pay more off. But as soon as you run the numbers and you find out it's economically possible or it's feasible, you have a high probability of success. Man, get out. Get out. End the work life. Go part-time. Do whatever you got to do. But start to enjoy your life before it dwindles away. Okay, everyone. Finished with the hunt and we're headed on home. Thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the beautiful scenery here in Lone Pine and hope you enjoyed the content. And we will see you next week on our next big adventure. And I wish you all health, happiness, and prosperity in your lives.